here's the big question. You're interested in value investing and valuing and evaluating businesses on a deep level, but you don't know how, even after researching for hours, probably dozens of hours, hundreds of hours on the internet, and because nobody else shows you how to do it. This podcast has all those answers and much more about value investing and finance. My name is Jason Rivera. Welcome to Value Investing in Your Car.
Hey, Jason here. Today's episode of Value Investing Journey in Your Car, I want to tell you the number one problem with value investing. Before I do that though, I need to let you know that this video is available as a podcast anywhere in the world for free on all major podcasting platforms: Anchor, Spotify, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes, and more. This video is available as audio as a podcast anywhere in the world for free on all major podcasting platforms. Okay. So I talk almost 100% of the time about how value investing is amazing, how it changed my life, how you can use the skills in every aspect of your life to make better decisions, how you can use the skills to get out of poverty, how you can use the skills to make lots of money, how you can use the skills to find great investments in public stocks, private businesses, real estate, all this kind of stuff. But there's one major issue with value investing. It doesn't work well in markets that go straight up. And we found that out for the last probably 8 years at the very least, if not longer. Value investing underperforms growth investing. Excuse me. Value investing underperforms growth investing when the market goes straight up. And the market's been going straight up since really the last recession. I think the last recession technically ended 2009, maybe 2010. But the stock market, we're now, as of this recording in 2019, November 2019, is the longest running bull market in United States stock market history and maybe world history. I'm not sure about that. And value investing has underperformed for most of this time period. Why? So let me step back. Why does value investing not work as well when the market's going straight up? Because when the market's going straight up, companies generally follow, or the overall stock market kind of follows the overall economies of the world. And if the stock market, or if the overall economy is going straight up over 10 plus year period, stocks generally go up as well. It means there's less undervalued companies. More companies are overvalued, and more companies are fairly valued that should probably be undervalued. Meaning, or in that situation, most of the times they don't have great businesses. They might not even have good businesses, but they are still kind of going straight up, riding the tide of the overall market going up. For example, it's almost 5 years now since the last time I bought a stock, because I can't find anything that fits my ultra strict criteria, and I'm not going to bend that criteria because it works. So this is the number one problem with value investing, is it works well pretty much 100% of the time if you know what you're looking for. Again, not every single investment will work out, but over time, value investing works great almost 100% of the time if you know what you're doing well. But not when the stock market's going straight up. In terms of buying new stocks, the stock portfolios I own or that I manage are still doing well, still doing fine. Most of the companies, or I used to own, I think, 10 or 11. Now I own 5 or 6 after buyouts, mergers, acquisitions. Some companies I sold because they went up so much. I sold and the margin of safety was gone. Another scenario is I sold, I made a mistake, and so I think I'm down to 5 maybe in the portfolio as I manage now, after years of not buying. This is a good and bad problem. It's good because we know value investing works well in down markets, flat markets, markets that go up and down, but not straight up. So we know when it works best, when it outperforms the stock market, when it outperforms growth investing. The hard part is the waiting. Again, it's been almost 5 years since I've bought a stock. Most people would still want to buy. I still know value, or years ago, still knew value investors when I hadn't bought anything in like 2 years who are buying something every month still. Again, I stick to my criteria because I know it works. It's very, very, very strict, very, very, very conservative. But again, I know it works. So I'm not going to break away from that just to buy something because I haven't bought anything in a while. So these are the major issues with, or this is the major issue with value investing, is it doesn't work when markets go straight up. The kind of solutions to this problem are discipline and patience. Discipline to stick to your processes, criteria, whatever. Patience to wait. And it's very hard. I'm not going to say it's easy, but I kind of distract myself. What I do is I distract myself by working on my businesses, helping more clients, writing, stuff like that. So I don't have to worry about looking for an investment anymore, because my watch list is essentially, it's not full per se, but there's 50 companies on that. I'm a very concentrated investor, so it would take me almost a decade to buy 50 companies. Patience and discipline. If you have these as a value investor, you are ahead of the game, ahead of probably 95% of other investors. If you don't, you're going to get hammered at some point. So you either need to have these skills or you need to learn and develop these. And again, right now is a perfect time to do that kind of stuff, to develop your value investing skills, to develop your processes, to refine them, to improve them, to learn more, to read financials, to build your watch list, all that kind of stuff. Because once the market crashes, and it will crash, I don't know when, but it will crash at some point. So you're ready to buy. That's another thing I'm doing, is building cash flow on my businesses. So I have enough cash flow, excess cash flow, where I can invest more money when the market crashes again. So I'm ready and prepared. So this is the number one problem with value investing. Two major solutions to it, and several reasons why you need to do this, so you can prepare for when the market crashes, so you can prepare and be ready to take advantage of the situations. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Again, I talk about this isn't necessarily an issue for me, but for most people, this is the number one issue with value investing. Because again, I have other stuff I can work on, distract myself with, books, all that kind of stuff. So I don't drive myself crazy looking at company over company over company over company that's overvalued. Because that's what happened years ago. I got to the point where I was tired of looking at companies because everything was overvalued. So I needed to stop, or I was going to drive myself nuts. So you can gain a huge advantage over other value investors if you're willing to wait, and you have the discipline and patience to wait and build your skills and your knowledge and prepare for the coming crash, because it's coming at some point. Again, I don't know when, but it's coming, because we're in the longest running bull market in United States stock history, and again, maybe world history. I'm not quite sure about that, but all you can do is prepare and get better and improve in the meantime. And again, wait. Wait is sometimes the hardest thing to do, but it's necessary as a value investor. We want to, like Warren Buffett says, hit those fat pitches, and I will not break my criteria to swing at ones that are maybes, even if I know I can make money on them, or if there's a reasonable chance, very good chance I can make money on them. I'm not going to if the opportunity is not great. So I hope this helped. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, let me know. If I missed anything, if I would love to hear your processes. What have you been doing in the last 8 years to prepare for the next crash while the stock market's been going straight up and everything's massively overvalued? I'd love to hear what you have been doing. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to like, love, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time we release a new video. If you're listening on the podcast, like, love, share, subscribe as well, and make sure to comment anywhere you're listening or watching, because I reply to all comments myself, and would love to help you with anything you're struggling with in value investing right now. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Talk soon. Bye.